We're looking at a really huge shift happening in the AI market right now. People are calling it the Great Bifurcation.
That's right. It's this move away from seeking one single, like, universal brain AI.
Exactly. The game isn't horizontal anymore. Like, who's technically the absolute smartest AI on some benchmark? It's becoming vertical. Who can actually dominate a specific, profitable job function.
Mm-hmm.
And the weirdest thing, the proof point for this whole shift might actually be GPT-5.
Yeah.
It was, on paper, the smartest AI ever built. Like, perfect score on the AME 2025 math test.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And what was it, 94.6% on MMLU?
Yeah.
Just stellar scores.
Stellar. But the market reaction, totally flat. Just, why?
Well, it's the best example yet of what we're calling benchmark saturation.
Yeah.
GPT-5 was this technical marvel, sure, but the feedback from actual users was overwhelmingly underwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
People complained it felt, cold, too cautious. The responses were sterile.
So being just a tiny bit smarter doesn't matter as much anymore.
Not as much as reliability, familiarity, just a good product experience. We've hit a point where, that marginal utility of being, say, 5% smarter on a test, it's lower than just having an AI that feels dependable and, usable.
So raw intelligence and what the market actually values have sort of decoupled.
Completely decoupled,
Yeah.
which leads us to the real winner last quarter. It wasn't the one topping all the charts.
It was Google's Gemini 2.5 Pro.
Exactly. They didn't try to win everywhere. They picked a vertical, and they just nailed it.
What was the key?
One killer feature. The 1 million token context window. That's the game changer.
1 million tokens. That's huge. What does that translate to in real terms?
It means the model can basically hold, 8 full novels in its working memory at once, or maybe 50,000 lines of code simultaneously.
Wow. So it's not just about having a big memory. It's about handling all the context for something really complex, like a massive legal case or an entire software project, without needing constant reminders or external lookups.
Precisely. And that capability, overnight, made a lot of these complex retrieval augmented generation systems, RAG systems, almost obsolete for certain big tasks.
Because RAG relies on pulling in external info, right? But if the AI can just hold the entire document,
then you don't need the complex array setup. It just knows it.
Mm-hmm.
And that instantly carved out this uncontested market space for tasks involving huge amounts of information. Think legal, research, massive code bases.
Okay, so Gemini nails the massive information processing vertical. How are the other big players carving out their lanes? What's Anthropic doing?
Anthropic is going hard on enterprise automation. Their whole pitch is the AI employee.
An AI employee. What does that actually mean?
It means they're selling reliable, auditable workflows, basically disguised as AI agents. They're focused on control, predictability, AI that businesses can trust for, real work.
Not just a smart chatbot, but something that performs a function reliably.
Exactly. And they've built this whole skills framework around it. Think of it like an OS for these AI workers. And critically, look at their scale, that deal, for up to 1 million Google TPU chips.
1 million TPUs?
Yeah.
That's not for playing around.
No way. That's a production scale.
Yeah.
That's for guaranteeing uptime and reliability to Fortune 500 companies that are building mission-critical functions on top of Anthropic's platform.
Can you give a really specific example? How specialized are we talking?
Okay, look at their financial services solution. It's not just Claude. It comes with a dedicated Excel add-in.
Yeah.
It has pre-built skills for super complex finance tasks like building discounted cash flow models, DCFs, the bedrock of company valuation, or handling complex due diligence data automatically.
So they're literally selling an AI financial analyst in a box.
Pretty much. Targeted, reliable, auditable. That's their vertical.
Okay, so Anthropic takes enterprise automation. Meanwhile, OpenAI seemed to make a big move in a totally different direction. The creative space.
Yeah, that was fascinating. The Sora 2 API release. And look, the video quality is amazing. Everyone agrees on that. But the real story, the vertical play, is the pricing.
What was the pricing again?
10 cents per second of generated standard video. $0.10 a second.
10 cents. Okay. Why is that so significant?
Because it commoditizes high-end creative work. By putting a per-second price tag on it, OpenAI turns video generation into a predictable, measurable cloud cost, like compute or storage or...
Or like Twilio for sending texts.
Exactly. It's like Twilio for creativity.
Yeah.
Suddenly, Generating sophisticated video moves from being this kind of unpredictable R&D expense to just another line item in your marketing budget.
Yeah.
Utility scale creativity.
Right. So the takeaway for you, the listener, seems pretty clear. The question isn't which AI is the best overall anymore.
Huh?
It's shifted to which AI is the best for my specific job. Is it Gemini for crunching massive data sets, Anthropic for automating business processes, or OpenAI for churning out creative content?
Precisely. The market's clearly segmented now. But hang on. Now we have all these specialized AIs, right? Anthropic's AI employees, OpenAI's creative bots, Gemini's data crunchers.
They need to work together.
They absolutely need to talk to each other, and that's the next frontier. The quiet race that's happening underneath all this is the infrastructure race. Building the connections. We're seeing the very beginnings of the agent internet.
An agent internet, like AIs talking to AIs. But wait, if they're all so specialized, finance bot talking to creative bot, doesn't that just create a whole new layer of complexity? Maybe even fragility?
Oh, it creates enormous complexity. And that's exactly why the underlying protocols are becoming so critical. It's not enough to have smart agents. They need common languages.
Like TCP/IP for the regular internet.
Kind of, yeah. So Google introduced something called the Agent-to-Agent Protocol, or A2A. Think of it like the HTTP for ages, how different AIs, maybe from totally different companies, can securely exchange information and requests.
Okay, so A2A is agent-to-agent communication. What else?
And then Anthropic introduced the Model Context Protocol, MCP. That's more about standardizing how a single agent connects to and orchestrates its own internal tools and skills databases, APIs, specific knowledge modules. It's about internal coherence.
So the Great Bifurcation wasn't really an endpoint.
Not at all. It was just the starting gun for the next race. Building the plumbing, the communication standards, the infrastructure that lets all these specialized AIs actually collaborate and function as a coherent ecosystem.
We're moving from building individual brains to building the network that connects them. Fascinating. That's definitely something to keep an eye on.